my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. A heart so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Watch So Series podcast. I'm your host, Brandon. Oh, there's a second verse to this?
Courage I
Yep.
face.
What the hell? Hold on.
I battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been our dream.
What the hell? I had no idea there was a second verse to this. Happy Detective Pikachu week, everybody. We are back for another episode of Watch So Series podcast. Mike and Devin are here. Devin's in the middle of nowhere with a shitty cell phone service, so he'll be jumping in and out. Mike's here, and we have Reece from the Introverted Nerd Watches Podcast. What's up, Reece?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you really clear.
Oh, okay. Because I can't hear myself.
So before we get into all the minutia, how's the show been going?
I've been lazy, so I haven't had a show in a few weeks.
Yes,
but it's
I
all on my
noticed.
computer. I swear, I'm going to put out an episode as soon as I stop being lazy.
Yeah,
next
I've been
week,
waiting.
I promise.
I've been waiting. I thought you were going to... Are you doing Cloak and Dagger?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
it's just going to be one big episode until I catch up, so I can catch up to
Okay.
everybody.
That makes sense. By the way, I needed you on here because where was I? Oh, last week on the Game of Thrones recap, I was like, Theon did his best impression of Reed Strucker. He had to go out like Reed.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was good.
Yeah, and I love Theon now, too.
So how about, are you still reading X-Men stuff? Or are you still reading the Game of Thrones books or both or either?
Yeah, I'm reading all of that.
Okay.
I just started reading X-Men again. So, yeah, that's still good. I'm really enjoying that. My new favorite thing is how much what's his name? The metal one.
Colossus.
Peter. Yeah. How much he loves Storm. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that existed, but I love it. That's my new favorite thing.
Yeah, that X-Men old run is really good. In fact, on the Comic Book History podcast, me and Old Man Wade are going to read, we're going to review, revisit the Dark Phoenix saga right before Dark Phoenix comes out. And on this show, we're actually going to go back and watch X3, and I'm going to make Mike watch it
Oh, no.
because he probably liked that movie back when it came out. Didn't you, Mike? Oh, Mike dropped off. What the hell happened to him?
Mike's on
Oh, no,
me.
yes.
Mike's on me.
I'm right
It was
here.
trash.
Mike, did you watch X3?
I've been coughing,
you are
so
mute.
I stay muted until I need to talk. Otherwise, it'd be really annoying for everybody listening. X-Men 3 I watched.
Did
Wasn't
you like
crazy
it?
about it. My favorite of those was X-Men 2. X-Men 3 was not great.
Not great. It was trash.
Terrible.
Well, I was
horrible.
young when that came out.
I
so
know,
haven't
that's
even
what I
seen
said.
it in years. But even as the opinion of a young person at the time, didn't care for it.
So
I did like X2, though. I always said that. I did like X2.
yeah, X2's, I mean, it's okay. If you go back and watch it now, you'll be like,
Yeah, not that great.
they could have done so much. Well, don't get me started on Fox because I'll go down a long tangent. Because I love the X-Men and I hate what they did to them. Reece, are you excited? I played that theme song because Detective Pikachu comes out tomorrow. You excited to see that?
No, I'm not excited to see that, but I'm excited that I knew all the words to that song, and I didn't realize that I did.
That song is so addicting. Like, it gets you. They played it at I went to a baseball game today, and they did this thing where they showed all these dogs with wearing San Diego Padres gear. and they played like a remix of the Pokemon song, and I was like, this song is so good. It's like, you know what we're missing today from TV shows? Good ass theme songs. When you go back to the 90s, like everything had a theme song. Everything. And we all remember, even the 80s, the 70s, all theme songs. You can remember all those theme songs. You can remember Sanford and Son and Good Times and Different Strokes and even things like Seinfeld and Martin and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Tiny Toon Adventures. Like cartoons, sitcoms, everything had theme songs. Now you just like, I mean, Game of Thrones does, and that's part of the reason why the show's so epic. That theme song gets you hyped, but then everything else is just like, well, we're on now. Like, the show's on. No memorable theme songs. All right, so let's get into this show. Mike,
Netflix has good theme songs for their shows.
I always skip theme songs.
Yeah, but they're not memorable theme songs. They're just like,
I think they are. I think they're very well done, especially like with the Marvel shows.
Yeah, but the Marvel... Okay, so Mike, you're clearly too young to understand what I mean. The Marvel shows have theme songs, but nobody is running around singing those theme songs. If I went on Twitter right now and I said, somebody just hum the Daredevil theme, it's no, like, very few people could do that. But if I went on Twitter right now and was like, sing the Good Times theme, everyone knows that. And most of us wasn't even born in the 70s. And we know the Good Times theme because it's memorable. Mike, let's go to White Man's Corner. What have you been doing, White, recently?
I got my rescue class tomorrow for my dive and rescue certification. I have an arc reactor now that I got at Comic-Con a couple days, like 2 weeks ago. The arc reactor for Tony Stark's Mark 50 armor. Yes, he has
he has the Infinity War arc reactor that literally sits on his chest like Tony Stark. And lights up.
Yeah, I brought it to work today. Everyone was very impressed.
Now you need to use that with your Iron Man helmet.
Well, I saw this thing. I'm thinking about getting the whole suit.
Oh my god!
If I feel like dropping that kind of money, because I think it has a move. It has the mask that opens and closes, and the fins on the back that go up and down. You know, like. So,
Mike, what's more ridiculous about the Iron Man suit? The repulsors that let him fly and levitate and move around, or that just an iron suit could withstand all that punishment without just destroying him on the inside?
Well, the thing that I loved about at least the MCU version of Iron Man is that suit is only dependent on one thing to be fictional. Like if one piece of that suit is real, the rest of it could just as easily come together, and it's the power source. If you can have that much power, that small, then that whole suit is totally doable. You could fly. Your repulsors are a thing. I mean, so. Honestly, it's probably. I mean, that's what it's all about, the power source. So the suit's not entirely unrealistic if you take away the power source.
So Iron Man's the realest superhero there is.
I mean, you just need one thing to happen, which is a pretty big thing. Like that's not an easy thing that's going to happen anytime soon.
Well, Iron Man and Captain America, right? Because Batman is bullshit.
No.
Yes, Batman is absolute bullshit. The stuff that Batman accomplishes is the shit of a metahuman, not of a human.
Nah, bet Bruce Lee could probably, almost beat Batman.
Listen, I heard this on in the Sandy Check. I mean, on the MTR network. Batman beats somebody up, right? Then goes up to like a 20-story building and dangles a 200-pound man over the edge of a building with one arm. Do you know how much gravity would pull on you? You know how strong you would have to be to do that?
Yeah, Batman's strong.
No, metahuman strong. Metahuman strong.
No.
My man never fails to get a Batman.
The current Batman run is so good.
Let me Google something really quick.
What Batman run are you talking about, Michael?
The Tom King run is so good.
Oh yeah, it is good. Oh, you know what I was going to ask you, Mike? I was going to ask you offline, but Old Man Wade for the comic book show wants to go back and revisit the Scott Snyder Batman run.
Oh, the New 52?
Yeah. Do you want to do that with us?
Yeah, Scott Snyder's a lot of people didn't like various titles in the New 52, but Batman's run and Detective Comics were both pretty well received. Scott's a genius, of course. I personally like Tom King's run better, But I haven't read Scott's in a long time, so maybe I will enjoy
So
it.
I just went to comic book wiki, and it claims that at some point in the comics, it was said that Batman can bench press 900 pounds.
Yes.
What?
Get the oh, he's not a metahuman? Get out of here.
Nah, not a metahuman.
Okay.
His,
Look, this is him. Look, right now, I'm looking at a panel, and he's bench pressing, and he's got two 500-pound plates on each side. That's 1,000 pounds.
1,045. Yeah, that's 1,000.
Maybe he's in the watchtower where there's no gravity and just
No, he's in Wayne Manor, in his gym. I'm looking at it right now.
Hey, what's the world record for bench press? Let's look.
Not 1,000 pounds.
Not 1,000 pounds.
Nah.
Okay, here go another one. He's doing tricep extensions.
1,075 pounds. Now,
so Batman. So
Batman's the strongest man in the world. Is what you're saying?
Batman, his description everywhere reads, he is at the peak of human physical condition, which means you can't get any naturally strong. Batman already.
But you realize if you were that strong, it'd be impossible to be as agile and fast as he is.
See, he is though because he's Batman.
Because he's,
it makes sense.
He's a secret metahuman. That's what he is. He don't want to admit it to nobody.
He's Batman.
All right, whatever. Devin, what have you done nerdy in the past week?
Oh man,
have you caught up on any anime? Oh, by the way, Devin, I meant to ask you. So my coworker is like huge into anime, and she's telling me all these animes that I've never heard of. Have you ever heard of Kill La Kill?
Yeah, definitely. It's freaking great.
She said that's her favorite.
Netflix?
It's on Hulu for sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure about Netflix. It's really great. Anything anime is way better than any cartoon you watch in the States. Just facts. Attack on Titan is by far the best anime ever as far as storytelling. It's literally the story of humans trying to survive in a world full of giants that are going to eat them. And it shows humanity coming up with ingenuity to survive, so humanity has a Titan that has the Titans on their side. So they have a giant on their side that's trying to protect them. And all the battle strategies that go into trying to survive the end of the world, because these Titans just want to eat people. These giant humans just want to eat people. And it's phenomenal. Also, Boruto is really good. It's Naruto. So, any show that had 700 episodes is great.
You see, that's why I can't watch it. I can't catch up on 700 episodes.
Look, this... First of all,
quick though.
It's really quick.
What?
You can watch the English version and you can
it's
go
on
through
Hulu.
that. Yeah, the English version has 5. So Naruto, the regular series has 500 episodes, and then Naruto Shippuden has over 700. And now we're on Boruto, which is the third generation of the series, which is fantastic. And all this goes back to day one of Naruto. So it's so just great storytelling over. Over 12 years. So it's what you would say in Infinity War and all these the MCU, but you get it in anime and great storytelling the whole way through. So there's weeks that you just look forward to.
What about Full Metal Alchemist? Have you watched that?
Oh, that's a really great series. So Full Metal Alchemist was really good, but Brotherhood was better. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was even better.
Oh, this was the one she kept talking about, Cowboy Bebop. Have you seen that?
People like that, but it's not my jam. It's really good, but it's not my jam. It's not better than Bleach to me. It's not better than One Punch Man. One Punch Man is growing. It's getting better this season. They're coming up on episode 5, and we know who our big bad is. And it's really interesting because it's like saying that Batman was Batman, but nobody knows, right? So he has a secret identity. But in this world, everybody's a hero, and they have these hero associations, right? So this guy, One Punch Man, is essentially the strongest motherfucker in the universe, right? He's bald. He worked out so hard, trained so hard, he became bald-headed, has no eyebrows or anything like this, right? So in Japan, these events happen all the time where there's monsters and and demons, and they're destroying the city. And they have heroes that are dispersed to handle these problems. So what then happens is there's a really big bad, and One Punch Man destroys this man with just a slap, right? But nobody knows how good One Punch Man is because they have a rating system in the heroes, and One Punch Man is a B class hero right now. So I guess the highest class is the S class, and he's meeting people that are heroes that knows he's better than them as far as stronger than them, but they can't find out why he's a B class hero. And it's crazy. It's really quirky. It's really awkward.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
So,
as shit. Like,
Reece, you watch anime too?
Yeah. Some.
See, I need to get
so
in.
every Monday and Tuesday, we get One Punch Man, we get Attack on Titans, and it's new. So we're getting all this stuff like
you watch Crunchyroll?
Oh no, it's on Hulu now. Everything comes out.
I haven't started the second season of One Punch Man yet, though.
Oh,
so let me ask you this question: Does anime have a universe where like different animes are in the same universe?
No, but they have video games that do that. They're video games. They let all the characters play against one another and fight against one another because they're all pretty much heroes. And this thing, like they have Goku fighting Naruto, fighting Sasuke, fighting people from Bleach, fighting people from other shit. And my godson loves that game. I can't think of the name of the game right now, but it's really popular out right now. It's like a Bandai game, so like you'll be able to like spot it right off the bat. But yeah, anime is really great. It's the best storytelling you're ever going to see as far as animation goes.
Okay.
What do you think, Reece?
About what?
What about the storytelling in anime? Like, can cartoons in the States even come close to it?
Not really. Like, it's really different because cartoons in the States are like mostly geared towards children, unless you're like watching Adult Swim or something like that. So, just anime is just more adult, more mature, I guess. Not even adult, just more mature.
So, all right. So maybe I'll start trying to get into some of this so I can participate in these conversations. Reece, what have you done, Nerdy? Have you watched anything or read any new comics or anything like that?
No. I haven't done anything. No.
Good for you, Reece. Good for you. Take a break.
Yeah, just Game of Thrones.
All right. So Reece is also going to be on our Game of Thrones recap later tonight, too. So that's going to be awesome.
Oh, we're doing that tonight. Well, I'm glad I watched it just now. Thank you.
So she can.
Why didn't you watch it that night?
Because the way my life is set up,
Yeah.
I be moving and shaking and stuff, and I don't be having time.
Priorities not in order.
Whoa, ma'am. Cinco de Mayo was my priority, and not playing. But yeah, I got really inebriated, so I went to sleep early, and then I caught a flight to Florida the next morning. So yeah, it was it's real.
So yeah, so Reece is going to be on there, touchdown dancing, because she was right about Danny. Well, she's right. They made
that's crazy. Like when I was seeing that though, I was like, oh, she got it. But I think it's more that the events happening that lead up to it.
Save that for the Game of Thrones.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser. People saw it. It's Wednesday, Brandon. What the fuck?
That's true. So let me see.
That game is called Jump Force.
Yes, that's what it's called. Thank you.
What, the game with all the anime people?
Yeah, but it's only a 6 out of 10.
But see, but people like Mortal Kombat gets 7 out of shit sometimes. But people love that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's a repetitive game. Like it's not really much that you do. You just want to beat people up as your favorite character. That's really what it is.
Oh, it just came out February.
Yeah.
Look how bright it is. All right, whatever. Let me see. What have I been doing? Well, I started a coding class. So that's kind of nerdy. So I'm learning how to code so I can switch careers. And I'm doing it really fast. So hopefully I'll get through it. I've been reading Fantastic Four, Miles Morales, Captain America. By the way, Ta-Nehisi Coates is writing Captain America right now. And it's
I just saw that today. They're on episode 7. They're on issue 7, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking incredible. So yeah, y'all should all go read that. Amazing Spider-Man with Nick Spencer is really good. Batman with Tom King's really good. Grant Morrison's
How about
Green Lantern,
the
interesting.
friendly neighborhood spider? Is that good? Friendly neighborhood
I'm
spider.
not
is that
reading
good?
that one, but I'm reading Amazing Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man, and both are really good. The Flash, the one episode
Year
left.
one?
No, in the TV show.
Oh.
There's one episode left. Season finale's next week. The Flash is back, guys. It's really good this season.
Good.
Really, really good. Really good. Like the best season they've done.
Maybe I'll catch up.
You should. It's incredible. And now, like, I think we're finally going to figure out, like, what the hell Thorne's been doing all season, which is, like, fucking with everybody on the show. So, like, that should be really interesting to see, like, what his end game is. No pun intended, with all this stuff going on. Oh, by the way, Mike, you still there?
Yeah. I mean,
Mike, so in case you didn't know, and Devin didn't know, so 2 episodes ago on Arrow, right? They roll up to the army base, right? Because they need to get they're trying to get some information about like something that went down. So they need to talk to this army general, General Stewart, right? And so they find out that, and Mike, don't get so excited. They find out that General Stewart is Diggle's stepdad.
I called that so long ago.
That's right. General Stewart in the Marines Army is John Diggle's stepdad.
All right, so he's going to be Green Lantern next season, obviously.
So I don't think he's going to be Green Lantern. I think what's going to happen is on Crisis on Infinite Earths, because that's the crossover next season, that when they cross over on a different Earth, there's going to be a John Diggle Stewart on another Earth who is the Green Lantern.
So
They better get Batman and Wonder Woman and Superman. Or really just there to have Superman. They need Batman and Wonder Woman.
is that Stewart related to Lynn from Black Lightning? Because that's Lynn's.
In the comics, it's supposed to be.
Well, here's
in
the thing. Black Lightning is supposed to be in a different universe
Oh.
than
All right.
that one. So like Supergirl's on Earth 3 and they're on Earth 1. I think Black Lightning is supposed to be on another Earth as well.
But he'll probably be in Crisis.
Yeah, he probably would be in Crisis. Although I didn't even finish that last season because it just got so bad for me. Did you finish the whole season, Reese?
No.
Oh, good. Me either. I didn't finish it either. I couldn't.
I tapped out before both of y'all, so I'm happy
I
about it.
couldn't.
Thanks.
I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
I am going to catch up on the CW shows, but at this point, I'm going to wait till they're on Netflix.
You have to. I mean, it comes on Netflix like the week after it goes off.
Yeah, so I'll be
The
watching.
Flash is
Their
so
season
good.
finale week is this week, right?
Oh yes, this week. Also, Supergirl, incredible. They just said they have Red Dawn Supergirl, like Red Sun Supergirl, like from fucking Russia, and she's like, this show is so fucking like they're really taking on the Trump shit like head on. Like it's so fucking good. Oh my god, so good. Supergirl's great. Go watch those shows. Like y'all should be watching those shows.
Brandon, tell people what you did nerdy today. You actually went to a baseball game.
That's not nerdy.
Shit.
That's not
Fuck.
nerdy.
Now, who the fuck? First of all, do you see the highlights of baseball stadiums? How empty they are? The fuck you talking about?
I mean, it's
What
more
people-
it's more old than nerdy.
Okay.
I
I
would
mean,
say.
nobody goes to the game, so I feel like
Except
that's some
Opie.
nerdy shit.
You went
Okay.
to like a professional baseball game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you,
so
Reese. Thank you.
let's get into some of these news stories. Mike, I brought this story up because I heard it on another podcast, but I can't remember. But then I wanted to talk to you about it because it has to do with coding. Okay.
All right.
And it's worth talking about with everybody. Why won't Twitter treat white supremacy like ISIS? Because it would mean banning some Republican politicians too. That's the name of the article. A Twitter employee who works on machine learning believes that a proactive algorithmic solution to white supremacy would also catch Republican politicians. So basically, Mike, they did this. Motherboard had previously reported algorithms are the next great hope for platforms trying to moderate the posts of their hundreds of millions and billions of users. And so basically, Twitter tested this algorithm, and it basically like it got all these white supremacy. It was supposed to like ban white supremacy and racism and bigotry and stuff. So it got all these obvious white supremacists up out of here, right? But then it also went the other way, and it got like a Muslim news organization like Islamic news organization. And I guess because it was Muslim, it got tied up into being bad, which is fucked up. But then it also started getting like Republican politicians and saying like they needed to be removed because the algorithm was saying that they were racist. So my question, Mike, and I'm asking you this because you may or may not know this yet, but how much so machine learning is still people teaching machines what to do. The machines go running with it, right? So how much?
It's an iterative process where the machine, obviously everything starts with the person, but the machine will learn from its own mistakes. And
so if the machine is taught by someone with biases, could the machine still fall for those biases?
100%.
So that is possible.
Mm-hmm. And it require like just because it's supposed to learn from its own mistakes, it doesn't. It's all in the mind of the original programmer. Only one time have I ever heard of a story where a program pretty much transcended that and they shut it down real fast. It's terrifying.
Why? What happened?
I actually don't know. So I had heard this in school, but there was, and it was like, anyway, I'll just tell the story. So apparently Google was working on this like building sized AI software, and it was they got it up and running, and they were asking it questions and questions and questions. And now they're previously, like when it was released, this was a big deal. The results were terrifying, but they printed the whole transcript out and they sent it to a bunch of news websites. Okay, and they ran more tests. And then by the time the experiments were done, if you look it up now, you can only find like 3 or 4 pages of the original like 50 that were done in the experiment. But they had asked it like, they had asked the computer like, define altruism for me. And the computer responded by saying like, I cannot sufficiently define that word in such a way that it will satisfy you. And the guy was like, why? And the computer was like, well, because you're an atheist. And the guy was like, well, how did you know that? And they found out it was like scanning the guy's computers, and it was learning like about people and making those like connections.
Oh, you mean like every sci-fi movie ever?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking real life now.
Yeah, Mike.
So they shut that down real fast.
Of course. Good.
You should have just let it go, see what it was going to do.
You mean it would kill all of us? That's what it would do.
Well, it was going to kill anybody.
Yeah, okay. So, all right, so listen to this. So, with every sort of content filter, there's a trade-off, he explained. When a platform aggressively enforces against ISIS content, for instance, it can also flag innocent accounts as well, such as Arabic language broadcasters. Society in general accepts the benefit of banning ISIS for inconveniencing some others, right? So basically, society's like, you know what? It's fucked up that it gets those Arabic language broadcasters, but at least it gets ISIS up out of here. In a separate discussion verified by Motherboard, an employee said Twitter has taken the same aggressive approach to white supremacist content because the collateral accounts that are impacted can, in some instances, be Republican politicians. The employee argued that on a technical level, content from Republican politicians could get swept up by algorithms aggressively removing white supremacist material. Banning politicians wouldn't be accepted by society as a trade-off for flagging all of the white supremacist propaganda. That's the problem right there. So, Reece, what do you think about this?
I mean, obviously, you never see those people get kicked off. So, I mean, it's not surprising. Jack sucks. Like, and he gets at it all the time just for people to tell him that he sucks. He deserves it.
Yeah, Jack is trash. He went to Trump and talked to Trump. And basically Trump told him, like, what's up with my numbers? How come Obama got more followers than me? Like, he literally said that to him.
He said that?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
That's your president.
He said he's not president anymore. How does he still have more followers than me?
He's such a dumbass.
Wow.
Though Twitter has rules against abusive and hateful content, civil rights experts, government organizations, and Twitter users say the platform hasn't done enough to curb white supremacy and neo-Nazis on the platform, and its competitor Facebook recently explicitly banned white nationalism. Wednesday, during a parliamentary committee hearing on social media content moderation, UK MP Yvette Cooper asked Twitter why it hasn't yet banned former KKK leader David Duke, and Jack banned the Nazis has become a common reply to many of Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey's tweets. During a recent interview with TED that allowed the public to tweet in questions, the feed was overtaken by people asking Dorsey why the platform hasn't banned Nazis. Dorsey said, "We have policies around violent extremist groups, but did not give a straightforward answer." He's so trash. God, he's trash. So, Mike, on a technical level, is it possible to create an algorithm that will get white nationalism and white and racist people, extreme races, off of a platform without getting other people that aren't being racist?
Probably. If you want my honest opinion, I'm under the belief that they would probably lose a high enough percentage of their followers that would be detrimental to them in some way.
That's the whole thing.
Which probably bothers them a little bit.
Yes, because the white nationalists create this engagement because all the other racist people get on and enjoy. Like, if you go on YouTube, if you click on, like, you'll be surprised when you look in the related videos and you see something like, I don't look at anything anti-SJW, but I'll see something and it'll just be like, SJW Marvel's ruining comic books. I'm like, why is this video popping up on my related videos? Because I would never click on that. Why is that popping up there?
Well, it might just assume all content, and I was going to say this, and I will say it right now. It might assume that, you know, by clicking on lots of SJW, or, you know, by I guess how could I word this in an easily explainable way? By supporting or following or interacting with people of the SJW platform, it might get confused as to what's pro and against SJW and just put whatever is SJW in general on your feed. The other issue with creating something that, and this isn't an issue, the difficulty in creating a software application that can filter out racism is that at its core, programming and computers are at their very, very lowest, most basic level is a binary construct of either 1 or 0, true or false. Now, Can you and I define someone as true or false when it comes to, as someone as racist or not racist? Yes, we can, but it's going to be harder for a computer. A computer, you know, when someone tells you, "I'm not racist, I got a black friend," you know, well, that's not a appropriate line to support you being not a racist.
Yeah,
but
Mike,
the
but how
computer
much does
might
that
not
have
get
to do
that.
with the people who are programming it? Right, because on the same podcast I was listening to, I think it was the Insanity Check.
Well, if your question is it possible? Yes, but I'm just telling you the difficulty. But if your question
is the difficulty the fact that mostly white people are doing this shit?
You don't want to lose your audience.
Well, no, not just that. Isn't that mostly white people are doing the programming, so their biases are going to get caught up in the algorithm. So, the other thing they brought up on the podcast was that there's been articles about how self-driving cars are more likely to run over black people because in all the object detection models that they're using, less than 5% of the people modeled.
Well, you need to when designing software like this, you need to have the moral the consciousness to do image training with every type of person there is. Right,
but if you don't even think about if black people are an afterthought to you. See, here's the thing about racism sometimes. It's not even that you're against black people, oh, I hate black people, I wish they'd all die.
There are people who are just oblivious to issues.
Yes, it's that black people don't even count to them. It's they don't even I'm gonna do this test, but
the answer to your question is yes. If you create a system that, even if you're not a bad person or have bad beliefs, if you're just negligent and oblivious, your system has a high risk of adopting those traits unless you have.
And the computer is only going to know what you teach it.
The computer can, unless you teach it to learn itself, but then you risk a whole bunch of stuff without guidance.
Yeah,
without guidance, it's going to start spiraling in the whole
kind. First of all, the robot uprising is going to happen. So
wasn't there some computer that started teaching itself, and it was 2 computers in a room, and they created their own language, started talking to each other?
To me, that's fascinating. But
what?
I'm a big supporter of machine learning, but it's not as terrifying as it sounds. It's not like these
Reece,
things.
How scary is that? These 2 computers in a room, and then next thing you know, they start talking to each other. And you don't know what the hell they're saying.
A lot of people look at this stuff and think that they can make this big jump from talking to each other to they're not that they can only operate within certain parameters. And
I mean, if they're learning, Michael, learning is definitely evolution.
They're not going to upgrade. You also at some point they're going to be limited by their hardware, which can never exceed whatever. It's unreal.
People were stupid, Michael. People were making robot dog animal things that can open doors and shit like that.
Those things are awesome.
So, Mike, what happens when we make an AI system with a quantum computer?
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, okay then. See? All right, I got another semi-serious news. U.S. Senator wants to ban loot boxes and pay-to-win microtransactions.
I literally just saw this on Rassani's feed.
Oh, he posted it on his feed? I didn't even see that.
And then Sante was like, no!
A U.S. Senator named Josh Hawley announced a bill that would see loot boxes and pay-to-win microtransactions banned in games that are played by minors, which would mean both games designed for kids under 18 and games made by developers who willingly allow minors players to engage in microtransactions. The debate surrounding loot box legality and the existence of microtransactions has been persistent, one over the last few years of the video game industry evolving economic model, with various countries arriving at different conclusions regarding the practices. According to some studies, loot boxes have caused an increase in gambling problems among young people, although it's still a contentious point of view that has many detractors. So, let me get this straight. So they think that, and maybe this is true, but this is just me being naive. So they think that when I play a game, right, and I get a box, and the box is random what I'm gonna get out of winning when I achieve something, that's contributing to gambling?
Yeah, no, but you got they took Candy Crush I read the article, and it took Candy Crush for instance, and the more you buy, the more incentive you have to get these stronger power-ups and stuff like that. So that's saying that you're pretty much enticing the user to keep buying, and it makes it addictive pretty much.
Okay, so yeah, I know what they do. They like the prize that you get just for playing the game. Like if you play for free, you can't upgrade as fast. So like in Candy Crush, you don't have enough lives to keep on playing. So the incentive is to buy before you can repower up, because it takes forever to get more lives to keep on playing. So,
and then you go to one of these games like Overwatch, you can get better loot when you buy it. That's what they're saying. So
but in the mobile gaming world, the whole premise of that is that that they're making money off them. Like that's the whole economic model. So what would happen then? Then would mobile games would start being $60 like PlayStation games?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I didn't see that in the article that he had a solution.
Because the premise of Candy Crush and I played the golf game and that would happen to me too. A whole bunch of other games is you get it for free and then you get to this limit and you want to keep playing because it's addicting, and so you buy the $5 thing or the $2 thing here, and it ends up adding up. But if you didn't have those microtransactions, the game wouldn't. There's no way they couldn't make enough money off advertising to keep it free. So they would have to charge for it, right? So if they're charged, for example, Fortnite is free. Do you know how much money Fortnite made last year? An absurd amount of money.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Mike, what do you think about this?
I agree. I mean, I have people in my office whose kids are playing Fortnite, and they're all they want to do is spend money on the coolest outfits so that they don't look like, quote,
everybody else.
Well, that was the quote, but yeah, I mean, these things are designed so that the more you buy, the more they're going to push to you, and a lot of people will buy it. It's this
Epic
psychology.
Games is worth $15 billion right now. Fortnite made $1.23 million per day.
And more and more
Listen
people
to this,
are going to do it.
Mike, Fortnite made $1.23 million per day on iOS alone. Just on iOS.
Oh, jeez.
That's absurd. And that's a free game. So can you imagine how much they would charge for Fortnite if it wasn't free and didn't have microtransactions?
$60, $70?
No, it had to be way more than that.
I saw an article that other people are starting to do this too. I saw an article that Mortal Kombat is considering making cosmetic items microtransactions in their next games.
So you are for or
They
against
should.
this?
Against.
Okay,
They
you're
should
against.
not. Because that means
you don't believe in
injustice.
capitalism, and yeah.
I don't. I mean, that's a whole different thing. But
No, it's not. I mean, like, yo.
I mean,
people
this
want
is at the
customizable
basis of
shit.
capitalism, but it's also it's the other part of it, which so
my
I think.
issue is I already paid for the game.
Well, here's the thing. I think they take microtransactions too far, but here's the other side of that. The other side of that is these gaming companies are trash, and they don't be wanting to pay their people, and they do crunches where they make their developers work like 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week leading up to the game to get the game out, like not give them any benefits and shit. And so when these developers are making, and everybody wants DLC, everybody wants updates.
DLC are what kills these programmers.
Everybody wants updates, right? Like to fix patches and all types of shit, right? But if you didn't have microtransactions, literally you'd be paying $60 for the game and everything else is free. And so, but you still want all those other things. Like you still want DLC, you still want new content, you still want patches. So you have the developers doing all those things, but not bringing any additional money in. And so the gaming companies really just fucked them over at that point. So that's a very interesting thing.
Yeah, but how do you know that just by charging all this money on microtransaction stuff that they're using it to pay their employees?
Well, that's
more?
another thing.
No,
But
they're not. They're probably
I
not.
doubt it. They're probably not. I mean,
that's another issue.
you know, I have no issue with games that are free having microtransactions for anything, whether it's cosmetic or in-game content. I have an issue when I've already paid somewhere between $60 to $100 for something, and then they're still trying to charge me for more stuff.
That's valid. That's valid.
Like, or at least tell me at launch that this is what's going to happen, so that I know not to buy it then, or maybe so I can make an informed purchase.
That's valid.
That's what I was. I mean, I try to be reasonable.
This one is for Reece. Xbox is giving away custom Game of Thrones consoles.
That's dope.
Did you
Ooh.
see that? They look
No, I didn't.
super cool. Let me see if I can share.
That's
my
why I was
screen.
about to say that was pretty. That's dope.
Have you seen them, Devin?
No, I haven't, but I just hearing about it. It seems like crazy.
You look at my screen. You see it?
Oh yeah,
Aren't those cool?
yeah.
Mike, you see that?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I would
It's the,
definitely. I would pay for that. I definitely would. I would
It's
get an Xbox for it.
It's the Xbox with no disk drive, right?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, the Xbox
Yeah.
S. I mean, Xbox One X. Retreat for a chance to win a Targaryen Xbox One S. Oh, S, all digital edition. Head to Facebook for a shot at the Night King. Oh, they got a Night King edition? Oh, let me see this.
Nah, I need to see that. That's what I need to see.
Oh, they must got like all types of editions. Oh,
They gotta have
that
every
shit
house.
is dope.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold
Like
up.
they gotta have every house. That's just too customizable not to be like.
Look at this
amazing.
shit.
Ooh.
Oh, that is sexy.
That shit is dope.
That's
as
sexy.
fuck. God, this is brilliant. I feel like I want an Xbox now just to have that. Like Mike has the red PlayStation just because it's cool as shit. The Spider-Man one.
I only when I buy a console, I have the Halo 5 Xbox and the Spider-Man PlayStation, but PS4 is better.
Microsoft often reveals custom Xbox One consoles modeled after whatever game or movie popular at the time, and those consoles are given away through sweepstakes. Since Game of Thrones is big once again, the 8th and final season is currently underway. Game of Thrones themed consoles are being given away. Instead of offering one console, there are 3 up for grabs this time. One of them is a Targaryen console, the other is a Night King console edition, and the last is simply Game of Thrones inspired. All versions of the Microsoft's new Xbox One S, all digital. So no Stark, no House Stark, no
Lannister.
no Lannister.
That's
Who
Game of
would
Thrones
want to?
custom gear is becoming more popular. I told you a couple weeks ago that I pre-ordered like this new chair for my desk that's Batman, but they also had Game of Thrones like each house. There's like 4,
Yeah, a few months ago, somebody had Game of Thrones sneakers.
and they were cool.
That's
I'll pull them
dope.
up. I'll
A
show you.
basketball player?
No, it was like Nike or something like that. I forget. Who.
So here's the thing, Mike.
They had all the houses.
Mike always wins shit when he enters shit. So Mike, you're gonna enter this, and if you win, you're giving that shit to me because you
All right.
you already got an Xbox, and I want that shit bad. So
I
we
want
should
the
all
Arkham.
enter and get
Let me
that.
show you. I'm gonna show you. Can you see the screen? My screen with the chairs. Hold on. Should be able to see it in a second. No.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
All right. There's the
That's
one
the
I
Aquaman?
got. No, Batman.
Oh,
but
that's
they
the one you
have
got.
they have a bunch of Game of Thrones ones.
Okay.
The Targaryen one looks
that's dope.
shitty. No, the Stark one is dope.
Is dope.
Yeah,
that
the Stark one is dope. Do Lannister.
Lannister. I like
No,
It's
this,
okay.
colors. I like the colors.
this is bad for a podcast, but this shit looks cool.
Yeah, 'cause we're like
It's a gold.
Yeah.
It's the gold dragon monarch thing.
Lion.
clearly the best
With the
one was the
Richard.
one that I purchased.
No, it wasn't Michael.
100%. Look,
No.
All right, take this shit off my screen. All right, let's see what else we got here. Batwoman pilot ordered to series, so somebody
It's a
thinks
whole
it's
series.
good because they ain't even show the pilot yet, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're doing this a whole series. It's good." So, Reece, are you excited for Batwoman?
Not really, but I
Come
haven't
on,
been into
Reece.
I haven't been into the CW shows lately, so I'll watch it though. I'll watch the first episode.
All right, see, we gotta get. Reece
I mean,
back on board.
Ruby Riot's gonna be good. I mean, Ruby Riot. What's her name?
What's her name?
Ruby,
I'll
Ruby
watch
something.
when the goddamn Batman appears.
I'll watch when they got
Who
it.
need, we
You
don't
sound
need
like an old
Bruce.
song.
You know what you need to go
I
do? Oh,
need-
you know what we're doing? I might get a whole bunch of people because everybody wants to
I
get in
know what
on
you're gonna
this.
say. I'm
So
100%
Reece, you
down
know what
for
we're
this.
doing on the show? We are going to watch the series finale of Gotham
No one has
with
watched
no context. Like none of us have watched at least since season 2.
I've seen like 4 episodes of that show.
So I saw the trailer. We watched the trailer on the show for Gotham series finale, and it looks fucking ridiculous. Like it looks so ridiculous. I just want to watch that episode. Did it already
What is
come
it?
out?
I don't know.
Did we
It
miss
might
it?
have actually. We might, but we can still watch it. It's recent enough.
Let me see. So I've been getting a whole bunch. Everybody's been like, "Oh, I want to get in on this." The series finale's oh no, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh god.
Yeah, April 25th.
So yeah, we're all gonna watch that and review it on the show with not watching any of the other shit leading up to it because what's the point? It's ridiculous. Wesley Snipes teases Blade.
Okay, I'm here for it.
So do you want to?
Reece, I'm sorry.
So, Reece,
tell me.
do you
No,
wanna
I like
see-
Blade. I just watched Blade. It's on Amazon Prime right now. So yeah, I like Blade, but he's like 60 years old, right? Like he's
Hey,
old.
black don't crack, baby. You know that.
That's what I was going to
Still
ask
good.
you, Reece. Do you want to see him as Blade, or did you want to see like maybe his daughter as a new Blade?
Yeah, I'm ready to see a new Blade.
Okay, no, I'm here for that. Hey, just because it's random, Tyra Banks got on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and
Yes.
she looks fantastic.
Yep.
Like she looks like Fresh Prince Tyra Banks, and I'm here for all of
Very airbrush, but she looks
it. Yeah,
good.
she is, but goddamn it, when I say a little boy became a man because of that woman, I'm here for it. I'm definitely about that life. Go Tyra Banks.
Yeah, she does. She looks great. Mike doesn't even know who Tyra Banks is. Do you, Mike?
Mike, you gotta know who Tyra Banks is. Mike's on mute. Well, why is Mike on mute? Oh God.
I've been saying I know who Tyra Banks is.
No, you don't. Get out of here.
Yes, I do.
Did you know she played on a show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes, I love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
But Mike, you weren't even born.
I
So
watched
what?
it all.
We like Sanford and Son. We weren't born.
I love
mean,
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
but to watch all the episodes, you would have to be dedicated, to see.
I've
seen
seen
every episode of Sanford and Son.
of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
I've
Okay.
seen every
I was just
episode of Sanford and Son.
I mean,
and she played. Didn't she play the Aunt Jackie? Or
no,
Will-
her name was
Will's-
Jackie. She
Will's
was Jackie.
mom. Wasn't
No,
she Will's
she
mom?
No.
She was just Jackie.
No.
No, she wasn't
was
Will's
Jackie.
mom.
She
Mike,
was
shut up.
She was his
yeah.
girlfriend for a
Yeah.
second, right?
So-
Or-
Oh, that's
She
right.
worked at the Peacock and all. Yeah.
There's this company that they're making a Infinity Gauntlet meat tenderizer.
Do it. Why not? That's all. That's dope. Who won't want to take some?
I'm here for all Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, like who don't want to be? I mean, I can't even say that word. Like, who wouldn't want to tenderize their meat with? That's you're taking some aggression out on that meat by having Infinity Gauntlet. So I'm here for it if that makes you feel better by having Infinity Gauntlet on your hand by tenderizing your meat.
Yeah, can you imagine beating your meat with a Power Stone?
God damn it, you said it.
Like, that's a lot
What
of
do you
power.
think Thanos did in those 28 days?
Well, he probably used the other hand because that hand was
Yeah, his shit was
destroyed.
all burnt up. Yeah.
Burn the fuck up.
You saw the
No,
fall.
I have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Mike does have the Infinity Gauntlet because he's a geek.
Yo, Mike's room is like Mike has a lot of fucking nerdy shit in his room. Mike is a cool nerd for real.
The shield is my favorite, I think.
I'm definitely getting that shield.
Mike did not bring that shield to WonderCon. WonderCon.
I don't want to carry it around all day. It's 7 pounds, which gets 10 pounds, which gets heavy after
Think of the ladies, Michael. Think of the ladies. They'd be like, "Oh my God, he has a real shield on his back."
No, ironically, that probably exactly as much as that wouldn't work in the real world, it probably would have in Comic-Con.
Yeah, can I take a picture with you? Yeah, like come on.
Did any of you guys watch the Watchmen trailer for the HBO show?
No,
I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, it came out.
I saw like the HBO like little hint that they were coming out with it, but I didn't see the trailer for it.
Do you guys want to watch it, or you want to watch it on your own?
Let's do it. Fuck it, man.
All right, guys. Let me see if I can do this.
This will tell me whether I should keep my HBO after Game of Thrones goes off.
I mean, Insecure's coming back eventually, boo.
Not
for
next
2
year.
years.
Yeah, not till 2 years.
Yeah, next year, 2020.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
All right, let me see this.
What are we gonna do all summer? That's
All right,
terrible.
let me know if you can hear this, because sometimes you don't hear it on here. Can y'all hear this? Hold up.
We ain't got a screen yet.
I know. It's not even coming through. Let me see.
We are no one.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all can hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you're going to have to keep quiet or you're going to hear the echo. So sorry, podcasters. Y'all can't see this, but y'all can hear it too. All right, so here we go.
We are no one. We are everyone. And we are invisible.
We convinced ourselves that they were gone, but they were just hibernating. They came for everybody. Oh, please.
Are we safe?
I guess we have ourselves a reckoning.
What are you two talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just the end of the world.
So, Mike, you're a huge Watchmen fan. What do you think?
That looked good. Oh, that was weird. Oh, there's an echo.
All right, it's off.
That looked good, actually. I would watch that 100%.
All right, what about you, Devin?
I am not here for it because I have no idea what the fuck I was just watching. So,
Well, you don't need to know because that's.
fuck you, because I really feel like I need to know what the fuck's going on with that weird shit I just saw.
I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Everybody go to the trailer, Watchmen trailer. That shit looked confusing as fuck. I have no idea.
50 years after the book took place.
Who gives I don't know about none of that shit, Michael, so how the fuck am I signing up to watch this shit?
You should read the book, though.
You should read it. It's really good. It's 12 issues.
Yeah, it's only 12 issues.
Reece, how do you feel? Because I feel like
Yeah, that's not a good trailer because I don't know what is happening.
Thank
you. TikTok. But yeah, I mean, I like Regina King, and I recognize a lot of
Don
those people.
Johnson. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
Don
I'm like, oh, Don Johnson here.
All right. So.
I think that never mind. I don't want to explain it. Never read it.
Please don't explain it. Let them read it. The Russos claim Cap could lift Mjolnir in Avengers 2, but didn't want to upset Thor.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
So
No.
my brother was pissed off about that shit, yo. My brother was having a whole conniption about that shit and fucking Steve fucking coming back at the end of the movie and shit, and he was not here for any of that shit.
So
No, I'm fine with him lifting it in Endgame. I don't believe he could have lifted it in what is it called? Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, yeah. I think he could have.
So
But I don't. If he could, I don't think he stopped just because he didn't want to upset Thor.
Yeah, I didn't.
during the interview with the Happy Sad Confused podcast, the Russo brothers were asked why Cap is worthy to lift the hammer now, but not during Avengers Age of Ultron. Anthony Russo explained that in their minds he has always been able to do this, but he elected not to before. In our heads, he was able to wield it. He didn't know that until the moment in Ultron when he tried to pick it up. But Cap's sense of character and humility, and out of deference to Thor's ego, Cap in the moment realizes he can move the hammer, decides not to.
So that's just fan fiction. Okay, I'm fine.
Thank you for being you. I appreciate it.
I mean, is it fan fiction if the director is saying it?
Go talk to Joss Whedon. Go talk to Joss Whedon about that.
That wasn't their movie. They can't say that or not.
Robin would have had it. He would have had an axe.
People are tweeting that they're starting to go J.K. Rowling on this movie, though, now. I saw an article that said they confirmed that Hulk's accident is permanent. And people are like, they're going to go all J.K. Rowling because she's always adding stuff to the
What the hell does J.K. Rowling mean? What does that mean?
She's always adding stuff to the Harry Potter universe. It's been over.
That's brilliant,
Harry
though.
Potter fan faults because you guys ask all these questions and then you get mad, you get answers. So unfollow her and ignore her. That's what you could have done.
Yo, she's the best, yo. She's the best with them trollers, yo. She definitely be for it, and she likes black women.
You read Harry Potter, Reese?
Yep, love it.
Do you like like J.K. Rowling?
She's everything.
Not really, not anymore. Like she's
what she do?
Like she was cool for a while, but now she's like into that turf shit. So yeah.
Hold on, what's that? What's the turf shit?
Trans-inclusive feminist. Like she doesn't like trans women. So
okay, no.
Oh yeah, I heard she was like that.
Oh
yeah.
Well,
all right. Are you guys excited to see John Wick 3?
Yeah.
I will be there for it. I don't give a fuck what people's. I met somebody that said they didn't like it because they don't really like old traditional action movies. I was like, what are you talking about? John Wick is everything and more. It's not a traditional action movie.
Did y'all watch the trailer for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? The full trailer?
No, sir. I did not. Is that there? When did it come out? Because I don't.
It came out May 2nd, a few days ago.
Oh, no, I did not see that at all.
Reese, are you caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, I haven't finished the last.
Come on, Reese, what are you doing
I'm
to
gonna
us?
finish it right before it when does it come back?
I think it comes in December, June.
That reminds me.
What?
My dude, Gabriel Luna from Agents of
Oh
S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah, he's
getting his own show as Ghost Rider on Hulu with somebody else who's less important. But Ghost Rider, I'm all here for that.
Yeah, he was great though. That was a great season.
That was my favorite season, and the first half.
Yeah, I'm about to say he saved that season for me.
All right,
he's awesome. I've been waiting for Ghost Rider to come back.
Because season 2, I wasn't really into Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then we started doing the show, and yeah, that was great.
See, in my mind, during the battle in Endgame at the end scene, the Ghost Rider, the agents, and the Defenders and Cloak and Dagger were there. We just didn't see him on camera.
Oh
yeah, but we saw Howard the Duck.
That's annoying to me that they did that. They couldn't put like actual characters that they've developed over different.
Howard the Duck was in the.
Mike, what the fuck would the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. do in that fight?
What did Hawkeye do?
Well, Daisy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Daisy. Yeah,
Ghost
Daisy.
Rider, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones, and unfortunately, as corny as Iron Fist is, at least he could hold his own. Daredevil probably could too.
Like the real live.
Daredevil get his ass whipped.
No, he would be as a team, the four of them would be great. Ghost Rider could take on hordes of Outriders by himself.
Yeah, Ghost Rider would be cool. That's true. But Ghost
Rider
Rider was probably in some other dimension.
Yeah, but I would have loved to have seen Quake and Ghost Rider doing a tag team on those Outriders. That would have been great, but they won't do it. They didn't do it.
All right, so
they didn't want to confuse fans, but they put Howard the Duck in there
because he was in the other movie too.
He was in a post-credit scene, and people don't know what that is. A lot of them, they just think it's funny.
All right, so we're gonna watch this trailer really quick.
We are fucking doing a discredit
to the listeners. Yeah, they can hear it though, so it's fine for them. All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all see? Okay.
We lost someone. A leader. I'll never be the director Coulson was. But we can save other lives. And that's what we're gonna do.
I tried so hard and got so far. home. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
You and your friends are out of time.
Sir, there's a large unidentified object approaching Earth's atmosphere.
Can you feel it? It's coming. The death of everything.
Coulson?
We don't know where they're from, but we have a new target that looks exactly like Phil Coulson.
Been to a lot of worlds, some good, some garbage, but I've never been to one where people recognize my face.
Wherever these people came from, I think they destroyed it.
I know what he really is, and he won't stop until he eliminates the whole planet.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Well, that sounds reasonable. New plan. We fight.
Let's do this.
The person that is in there is not the man that you loved.
I've been looking all over for you.
Let them come.
Who's gonna protect me? Is Daisy coming? Or Santa?
Okay, let's roll!
Okay.
People fantasize about doing something heroic in times like these. But I'd save your own skin.
We didn't come this far to give up.
I've been hunting your kind my entire life. There's no use hiding. We'll always find you.
This is the end of the road. I can't leave you.
How do we stop this?
Do you really think you can beat me?
That's the best show on TV. I don't care what y'all say.
Why do you let me watch
I got
that?
3 things.
Why?
Yeah,
What happened?
I got 3 things to say.
May 10th? That's this week.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Wait, seriously?
That's on Friday. That's Friday.
That's on Friday.
I thought I had more time.
Oh, shit.
I got 3 things to say. First, I don't know if they were. Why come every time a black man gets in charge, the worst shit in history wants to happen?
Have you seen the last several seasons of the show? The worst shit happens to them all the time.
No. See, Michael, you missed it. It went over your head. But second, why does this shit seem like a movie that we would all pay billions of dollars to see? Like that shit looked like a different show every year.
It's better than a movie because they get way more episodes.
Yeah, it's crazy good.
So this shit is so fucking good, man. Oh my God.
Wow. That was fucking mind. People, you can't see it, but please go look at the trailer for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that comes out on Friday. Hopefully you're caught up on because it's going to be fucking fantastic.
So
watch it live.
Daisy also looks way better every season. She looks better and better every season.
So we're gonna have to schedule. We're reviewing this show, so that's gonna have to get in our schedule. The show picks up a year after last season, so 1 year later.
Oh.
So it's interesting. So did Coulson just die, or did May?
Wait, so is half the universe gone? And is
Michael? Why are you trying to fuck this up for everything? Like I don't know.
I'm just saying it's in the same. So is this the time where half of the universe is gone?
Season 6 is meant to take place a year after the events of Season 5. That complicates matters with regards to Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. We won't spoil what that means for those who haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, but fans who have seen the movie will know when the series takes place in a large MCU timeline. It opens some interesting doors for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to explore, but it's unclear how the series will reference the events of the movie and how much the show will choose to ignore in favor of developing their own storylines. So here's the thing: towards the end of last season, they showed the fight in New York. Like they showed them looking at the fight in New York before the snap happened. They saw the TV screens of like the fight in New York.
Yeah. So if this is a year later, the world should be depressed.
It probably is depressed. That's what S.H.I.E.L.D.'s job is.
I mean, that's fine. I hope they keep the continuity. I'll be real pissed if they don't.
And we got Director Mac. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Director Mac. By the way, he's like 45, 47 years old.
Oh yeah, he's definitely old, and like that they don't crack. Like that's what I'm saying, Reese. Wesley Snipes can do that shit.
No, I don't want to see that.
Okay, I'm not mad at not wanting to see it, but I think he could do it. He could do it.
I mean, all right. You go watch that movie.
I mean,
I watched the new Blade.
No, you're right though.
He's
You
56 years old. He
Who,
doesn't
Mac?
look like it though. No, Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah.
But he
How
doesn't
old
look
is he?
56.
Oh,
I mean, he's 56 to us, Mike.
All right, a couple
I'm
more.
saying he looks younger.
Couple more stories before we get out of here. Reese, did you watch Buffy?
yeah.
Oh.
So Jessica Parker Kennedy, the person who plays the Flash's daughter,
Yeah.
she wants to be Buffy in the reboot.
Oh, she's too old. I mean, if they're still going to do a teenage Buffy, she's kind of old for that.
We might as well get the girl to play Sabrina on fucking Netflix, yo. Fuck it.
No, they're going with a black woman.
They're going to use a black girl.
Yeah,
I mean, and Jessica Parker Kennedy. Come on, can we get like a more like ambiguous black girl? Can we get?
First of all, we don't want to be.
You know what's crazy though? On the show, she looks exactly like what Candace Patton and Grant Gustin's daughter would look like.
Yeah, she's good as their
weird.
daughter.
Yeah,
it's so weird when you watch. It's like, yo, she looks like their fucking daughter. And you know what's the funniest thing? She's older than them.
Right?
Yeah, she's older than them in real life, which is again ridiculous. Legion season 3 is set to premiere in June.
Final season.
It's the final season of Legion. Mike, did you catch up on season 2
of Legion? No,
Yes.
I thought we were going to do it together.
All right, we'll watch. God, we got so much shit to watch, and I'm in school now.
I have to do. The only show I'm caught up on, oddly enough, is Doom Patrol.
Oh, I need to watch the last episode. Have you been watching Doom Patrol, Reese?
No, but I'm gonna get that DC app now since they have the comic books on there.
Listen, I'll just send you my shit so you can log in.
Like let him be a friend. Because that shit is
Doom
great.
Patrol
And
is
then
great.
Young Justice is really good.
Yes, that's what I wanted to see. Young Justice.
Like, please.
Oh, fucking great show.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think it could get better, but it's better than both the first 2 seasons. Yes, Reese, I'm not playing with you. It's that much better.
You know how excited I am for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now? Like, I'm fucking giddy. I did not know that was Friday.
Yo,
what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to see Pikachu tomorrow, but I don't know what my schedule is this week because I fly tomorrow. But man, I am trying to see Pikachu and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I will definitely be watching that somewhere.
Don Cheadle's Black Monday renewed for season 2 at Showtime.
How? That shit was terrible.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, it just didn't grab me at all. I mean, it's black people in it, so I support it because of that. But I mean, did you like it?
I didn't watch it, but
oh no,
I like Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he's good. He's great. I mean, what was the other show he was in that was on HBO?
He was on a show on HBO.
Or Showtime, I don't know, but it was like he was with the white woman, Kristen Bell.
I don't know.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, 2 more things. Reese, are you excited?
Big Liars, something like that.
Reese, are you excited for It Part 2?
Yeah, I like the first part.
The trailer is coming out. Will be released online soon. They're doing a countdown.
Never saw it.
You never saw It?
Nah.
The trailer for It Chapter 2 will arrive at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Oh, so it's coming out tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah, all right. So, cool.
I just know LeBron James dressed up as it for
that
Halloween
movie is fucking good. Mike even saw it, and he was scared like a little chicken.
I did not. No, that movie didn't scare me at all.
Oh, it didn't scare you.
No, us scared me.
We never talked about this. What'd y'all think about the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer?
I just saw the pictures. I just saw the picture. I just saw the picture they were trying to get away from really quickly. Like, oh,
I
God.
heard
I didn't see the trailer.
The reaction was so bad. They are redoing his animation.
They are.
You know how much money that must cost to redo
They
the
should
whole
just stop and not do the movie.
Direct to DVD release.
What the hell is the movie going to be? Is he supposed to be an alien? I watched the trailer. I think he's supposed to be an alien. Like some sort of alien creature.
Was there a story to Sonic the Hedgehog?
No, it was a video. I mean,
I guess there was a story.
Was there like a through line to that? I don't I played that game when I was a kid. I don't remember a story to it. Like Sonic was just Sonic.
And
I remember that cartoon they had, but
the evil genius, whatever. Dr. What's his name? Moriarty? Not
Robotnik.
Yeah.
The YouTube video trailer has 353,000 likes, 629,000 dislikes.
Wow.
I just saw he had human teeth, and everybody was making fun of that. So
yeah, he did have human teeth. And then the last story, Disney CEO Bob Iger says the MCU movies for the next phase will be announced later this summer, probably at Comic-Con. Everybody pretty much knows what's going to be. They're only doing 2 movies next year, which are going to be Black Widow
Eternals.
and the Eternals.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike, on eBay, you can get the Eternals #1 cheap now. That's going to go up when the movie comes out. So,
True. I just picked up. I told you I picked up the first appearance of Captain Marvel, which I'm super excited to get back.
Miss Marvel.
Y'all excited about a Black Widow movie?
No, not at all.
I am, because they said Taskmaster was going to be the villain in it. Or someone said
Taskmaster is cool. I fuck with Taskmaster, but
I also like.
All their movies are good, so I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm not
but
mad
excited.
At it.
I'm not going to avoid it, but I'm just saying I'm not excited for it or anything. Yeah.
So Reece, out of these potential movies in Phase 4, so we have Black Widow, we have Eternals, we have Shang-Chi, we have Black Panther 2, these Doctor Strange 2, Nova. Any of those excite you?
Black Panther 2. I want to see the Eternals.
Eternals are going to be. I think it's going to be the greatest shit ever because they're comic. They're good.
So it's
they're
supposedly going to take place like 5,000 years ago.
Seriously?
So
because the Eternals live for like ever.
Yeah, and because you don't even know it, you don't know anything about them before Endgame. Before Infinity Wars anyway. So like, we need a story on them before
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm interested in those two mostly. Nova, Nova could be cool.
It depends. I trust Marvel, so like I think Nova is gonna be really cool. But the Eternals definitely jumps out to me. Black Panther, that's cool. Doctor Strange, I don't know.
I like the first Doctor Strange too.
That was really good. It was really good. But Cumberbatch is amazing. Like I watched Sherlock Holmes.
Baron Mordo has the dumbest reason ever for being a supervillain.
Yeah.
What was his reason again?
Oh my God, the Ancient One used dark magic and she lied. She lied to us. She said she was. Now I gotta kill all the wizards. And Doctor Strange is like, dude, the alternative was just let everybody die. So you fool, what a fool! Terrible motive.
All right, we'll see. So before we get out of here, Reece, tell everybody where they can find your show and when approximately you're going to get the episodes back up because we miss you.
You can search for the Introverted Nerd on wherever you get your podcast. It's on iTunes and Spotify and all that. I just found my show on Spotify too. So listen on Spotify. And follow me on Twitter at the Ms. Introvert. And I'll have shows out like next week. I promise. I'm like right on my computer.
Okay.
Next week, next Monday, it'll start. I promise.
Yes, so we can't wait for that because it's one of my favorite shows. Especially, I'm mad the Gift is canceled because those were the best reviews.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, you didn't know?
It got canceled? I didn't know.
Yes. It got canceled. Yep. We're all
You
sad.
was right about Reed. Yeah, you was right about Reed.
Yeah.
Did you feel for Reed when he died though?
Reed Greyjoy.
That is the perfect name for that man.
Yeah. Oh, Reed and Theon.
So how did you feel about Theon giving up?
Mike, Devin, she's gonna be on the show in like a half an hour.
See, that was episode 3, sir.
Okay, we'll let her talk about that. Okay, go ahead. What'd you think about Theon protecting Bran?
I knew that was going to happen. I expected Theon to die. He went out like he was supposed to. He redeemed himself fully.
Are you on Team Redeem?
Well, I was not as mad at Theon as everybody else. I mean, the dude got his dick cut off, and he was Reek for like how many seasons was he Reek?
2.
He was Reek for a while, and so I thought like he paid he paid big time for all the shit that he did. So I was not as mad at Theon as everybody else was. So, but yeah, I was sad that he died.
All right, so we have a Theon sympathizer on the show.
Yep.
He was Reek to me until that last scene, and then
oh my god,
no, he became half Theon when he saved Sansa, but then he became Theon at the last scene. So he died a great joke. He died Theon Stark.
He died as Stark.
So good for him. All right, so thank you guys for listening. We'll be back. We're going to do our Game of Thrones recap, so that'll be out this week. Now that we know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., our favorite show is back. That'll come out. We'll review that next week. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Make sure you subscribe to the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, anywhere you get your show at. Leave us a 5-star review, and we'll be back soon. Thank you.